Hey, this is Mike Lindsay from Vital MX, and we have a confirmation on HRC Honda's 450 lineup for 2023 going into Supercross season. If you checked out our page in the last week and a half or so, you would have seen we did a rumor mill on who would be replacing Ken Roczen last week. If you actually look at the title image, the silhouette we used was Colt Nichols, and we said in the video we were 99% sure it would be him, and it would either be announced at the press conference last week for Super Motocross or it'd be announced early this week. We were pretty dead on. It got announced today, Tuesday, about a week and a half after we did that video. What's even funnier is we did it and we were spot on enough that we got a call from his management within about 30 minutes of that video going up that wasn't exactly what I would describe as pleasant. But moving past all that, yes, Colt Nichols will be Chase Sexton's teammate at HRC, and yes, Chase Sexton will be at HRC Honda in 2023. There seems to be some confusion over the future of Chase's contract. Yes, there is offers out there from Red Bull KTM. It sounds like there's an offer out there from Monster Energy Star Yamaha for Chase's services, but those are for 2024 and beyond because Chase is still under contract through 23 with the Honda guys. So he will be under the tent, of course, next year, all year, Supercross and outdoors. And again, he is now being joined by the number 45 of Colt Nichols, which made for the fun, title image here. Somebody on our forum pointed out that those were Michael Jordan's two numbers. Of course, Chase Sexton's a massive Jordan fan, so took a little liberty with putting some faces on the guys. But yeah, Colt will be joining him, Supercross only. I want to say the same contract they offered Kenny, because yes, the financials would be different, but this is the same placement of races as they offered Ken Roczen originally. They offered Kenny a 2023 Supercross only deal, which he ultimately turned down. There was a lot of contention there where Kenny came out and claimed they pulled the contract out. Honda claims, no, we never did. It just has the clause in there you couldn't do World Supercross. And as we pointed out in the rumor mill we did last week, Colt Nichols got out of his deal with a World Supercross team, Rick Ware Racing, stating one reason he was out, but we kind of figured this was actually part of the reason why is, this was a looming possibility. So whether they want to say that's connected or not, it's up for the people that are involved get to deal with it, and the viewer can decide what they think of how that actually all went down. Anyways, so Colt's there, Supercross only, and the reason is Supercross only is because, yes, Jett Lawrence is going to race a 450 outdoors. They've been talking about this plan towards the end of off-season, but even early into outdoors, it was kind of obvious, and we started bringing up in features, and most of the guys in media did, like, hey, it sounds like Jett's just going to go 450 next year. For him, he's won now two 250 Pro Motocross titles. There's nothing really left to prove there. However, they don't want him to quite step up to a 450 indoors. From what we've heard, Honda left it up to Jett and his management on what they wanted to do. And they said, no, let's do another season of 250 indoors. Jett did win a title indoors, but also had some big moments to be good for him to clear it out, get through another season of it, win another title there. Has that extra time between the regions on 250s to prep for this 450 outdoor adventure. And that time, they've been able to give Colt Nichols an opportunity. And again, this is a big opportunity for Colt because he was kind of left stranded on an island, it looked like, at the end of this year. He was with the Monster Energy Star Yamaha squad, but because he won the East Coast Championship back in 2021, he could only defend this year. Of course, him and Justin Cooper infamously got hurt this year, both of them unable to defend their titles. Well, neither of them are 250 Supercross eligible for 2023, meaning Colt had to move up. Star Racing released Colt Nichols from his contract early in outdoors because he had a new team he was going to be riding for. It was a KTM team. It was basically going to be the rebirthed Rocky Mountain KTM team under new ownership. That lasted a couple weeks, basically, of Colt on the bike, and the new owners that were going to run the team basically decided they were out, didn't want to do it, pulled the plug, so Colt, again, was left with nothing to do. So he had signed on the World Supercross deal with Rick Ware Racing. It sounded like there was an offer for next year from HEP out there. But ultimately, this opportunity with Honda has come along, which, again, for Colt, it is the best case scenario considering how his last year has gone for him to get this opportunity, but it's also big pressure to show up at HRC Honda. He is being given the tools, the equipment, everything capable of winning. He's, kind of going out there to prove, hey, I can be a 450 guy. I deserve to be on factory teams. So it is going to be a big year for him. And also interesting because even though it's a one-year Supercross-only deal, it may or may not potentially turn into something. Of course, Chase or Jett could get injured and not be able to race outdoors. If so, cool. Colt's already there testing the bike. They can move him into an outdoor extension of that contract. Or if Chase and Jett do race outdoors, Colt maybe hangs on the sidelines, does some testing, waits to do a couple races if they need him to. And ultimately, it still could turn into a ride with Honda in 2024, depending on what Chase Sexton does. If Chase decides to take up one of those two offers to move to a different brand than Honda, hey, Honda could roll the dice again and go, hey, Colt, let's put you back on Supercross only. Hunter Lawrence is going to ride 250 indoors and 450 outdoors the following year, So for Colt, it's the best opportunity that they could fathom for him. It's a really good opportunity, so hopefully it works out for him. He, again, has had a really just rough year to follow up a championship with basically having a year of your career just wiped out and leading into sort of this abyss as he moved to 450. It really is such a good situation for him. He has an amazing opportunity now to go out there, prove what he can do, see if he can earn a future at Honda, or prove that, again, maybe Monster Star Yamaha wants him back down the road after he proves himself on a 450. Maybe Kawasaki, Husky, KTM. There's a lot of opportunities coming up after the 23 season. So, again, it's all in Colt's hands now if he can do it. He's going to have everything he needs to pull it off. So, again, him, Chase Sexton, HRC 450s indoors. You'll have both the Lawrences on 250s indoor, go outdoors, Chase on a 450, Jett on a 450, Hunter Lawrence on 250, and Chance Hymas moving up to full pro motocross season on Jett's vacated 250. So we'll still have a 4-man team come outdoors. So that's the latest in this news today. Give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, throw any thoughts in the comments section below, and thanks for watching.